At least 2 Gauteng officers from the police anti-gang unit and 2 civilians have been shot dead in Reiger Park in Ekurhuleni. Police spokesperson Athlenda Mathe says the scene is currently active, with Gauteng Police Commissioner Mthombeni at the scene. Now, Gauteng Police spokesperson Brigadier Brenda Muridili says the officers were part of a crime prevention team that was conducting patrols in the area when they heard gunshots. The officers then drove towards the source of the shots, and it is reported that they were then ambushed. SABC News' reporter Mbalenhle Mthethwa joins us for more. In fact, that would be Mbali as well as Luyanda. I really hope that they can give us an update of what is currently happening. Mbali, thank you so much for your time. The information that we have is a bit sketchy. We understand that those 2 officers responded to gunshots that they have heard. Please talk to us about what is currently happening.
Well, Lobang, there is a situation right now. This is a crime scene. It has turned into an official crime scene. There's high police visibility, not only in the street leading up to the crime scene, but also just as you're driving into Reiger Park from Boksburg. Now, the other thing that I can also make you aware of is that there is blood on the streets, just less than a meter or 2 or 3 meters away from where I am standing right now. Some of the people who have arrived is the Gauteng Premier, who's arrived here on the scene, and we also have a resident who's willing to speak to us, but not willing really to speak to us on camera. So I'm just going to ask you to introduce yourself and just tell us what they heard. Thank you so much, ma'am, for taking the time to speak to us. Just share with us what you heard and what happened.
What we had gunshots. I'm not staying far from the scene. And while I was busy watching TV, my daughter told me we must go and look what is happening there because it's just by lakeside. Then we came out. And for me, it's so painful. It's so painful because I don't know when these things is going to stop in Reiger Park. I really don't know what is the government going to do regarding Reiger Park. This is the ultimate. Really, this is the ultimate. Right now, we have officials that lost their lives. I'm so emotional. I even want to cry because the girls that died and the men in blue that died tonight, they didn't deserve to die like that. And I really want to make a call on the mothers and the fathers of Reiger Park. If you know that your child is busy with wrongdoings, please stop protecting them. Stop protecting them. Take them to the police station and let the police deal with them. Because this thing is not going to stop. Because we as parents, as parents, we are not telling the truth. We hide our children's things, and yet we know what they are doing.
Now, ma'am, you know, I understand that this is a very emotional time for the community of Reiger Park as you call for answers and for the government and law enforcement to do more to protect residents from gang violence. What do you suspect happened here? Was it a drive-by shooting, or what exactly happened? Was it was there a confrontation that you might have heard? What exactly did you hear? You heard the gunshots, but did you also hear a car speeding off? What exactly did you hear?
My daughter told me, "Mom, did you hear that bang?" I said, "No, man," because I was busy watching TV. And after that, when I came to the scene, then I could see where that bang comes from, because that a police van ran into that fence. So I think that is where the bang comes from. And what I can say, it's obvious. This scene is obvious. We can think what we want, what we will, but we can't say what we will.
Thank you so much for your bravery in speaking to us. We know that community members oftentimes are afraid to speak to the media for fear of further victimization once the media and the police have left. Now, as you've heard, the bang came from the car that actually hit into a wall. And I'm going to step out of the shot just to show you the wall that is in question. So the police vehicle rammed into a wall, and it would seem as though there had been gunshots that were also heard, and that bang that took place. So it seems as though the police officers were driving the vehicle that you see over there, and when they met their untimely death. We are waiting for more information. The details right now are quite sketchy. We do not have all the details, but Brenda Muridili is here as the spokesperson for the Gauteng Provincial Police, as well as the Gauteng Premier. We will be waiting for them to give us an update as to what exactly has transpired and what preliminary investigations suggest has happened on this very street. It's back to you in studio.
Mbalenhle, thank you so much for that update. Now, as she's correctly mentioned, some of the information that comes from eyewitnesses or some of those who heard what had happened, but also just to apologize to our sensitive viewers for some of those visuals that just came out of that live crossing where some blood was spotted on that police vehicle. I think we're going to take a short break, and as we wait to hear a specific detailed report on what exactly transpired in Reiger Park. We do also understand that this area is one that is not new to gang violence as well as a violent crime. Just last year, 6 people's lives were claimed. Now, this was during a drive-by shooting, and 3 other people were injured. That's a story that we covered. And Mbalenhle Mthethwa as well was on that scene.